In the fertile plains of Shinar, humanity thrived beneath endless blue skies, united by a single tongue, bound together by ambition. Generations had passed since Noah's Ark rested on Mount Ararat, and the Great Flood had become a distant tale, echoing faintly through the memories of those who gathered near the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. Yet, the memory of destruction lingered like a ghost, quietly urging mankind to build something lasting, something permanent. Among the multitude of people was Nimrod, a powerful hunter, a charismatic leader whose voice carried authority and whose vision ignited passion in the hearts of his followers. Nimrod stood taller than most men, his dark eyes burning fiercely with ambition, his muscular frame commanding respect. He knew the fear of oblivion drove humanity's actions. He understood deeply the yearning to be remembered, immortalized in stone and brick. Under Nimrod's guidance, a grand city began to rise, a city unlike any other the earth had witnessed. Its walls were thick, its gates imposing, each brick meticulously crafted by hands eager for permanence. At its center, Nimrod envisioned a tower, a colossal monument whose peak would scrape the heavens themselves. "Let us build a tower," Nimrod proclaimed, his voice resonant and powerful, "one that reaches into the heavens. Let it stand as a beacon to all the earth, proof of our strength, our unity. Let this tower say to future generations, 'We were here. We overcame nature itself.'" The people cheered, their spirits ignited. Day by day, bricks were molded from clay, baked by the fierce sun and strengthened by human hands. Men, women, and children alike joined the effort, proud to contribute to this monument to their collective ambition. Music filled the air as musicians played drums and flutes to inspire the builders. Markets sprung up, selling food, water, and goods to sustain the ever-growing workforce. Among these builders was a thoughtful man named Aber, quieter and humbler than Nimrod, whose heart often drifted to thoughts of God and the legacy of their ancestors. Aber's hands were worn from the toil, but his eyes held a deeper wisdom. He worked alongside his sons, Joktan and Peleg, teaching them the importance of reverence and humility amid the rush of progress. One evening, as the city rested and the sky painted itself with hues of orange and purple, Aber approached Nimrod near the rising structure. "Brother," Aber spoke gently, "our tower rises higher every day. Yet have we considered whether our purpose honors the one who spared our forebears from destruction?" Nimrod's gaze hardened, his jaw tightening slightly. "We honor ourselves, Eber. Humanity united is divine enough. Our ancestors' God may have spared them, but we need no divine hand to protect us now. Our strength is in our unity, our wisdom, and our resolve." Aber nodded slowly, concern shadowing his eyes. He withdrew quietly, troubled but silent, sensing the towering pride that gripped Nimrod and so many others. As the tower continued to rise, stories spread of its grandeur. Visitors came to marvel at its height, its architecture, the sheer audacity of its scale. Nimrod stood atop scaffolding one morning, the wind whipping around him, the city far below. He felt invincible. Soon, he thought, we will be remembered forever. But far beyond human sight, a divine presence watched. Heaven looked upon the tower with sorrow, understanding what humanity could not. That true greatness did not come from ambition fueled by pride, but from humility guided by love and reverence. Thus one clear dawn, as workers climbed ladders, hauled bricks, and shouted instructions, a strange stillness settled over the site. Nimrod shouted commands from the top of the scaffolding, but suddenly, His words seemed foreign, confusing. Workers looked up, bewildered, unable to understand. Their replies were jumbled, alien to his ears. Panic spread as confusion reigned. Where once unity had stood, chaos now filled the air. "Bring more bricks," Nimrod shouted, desperate, yet his words fell meaningless upon ears that heard only gibberish. Fear replaced pride and anger replaced unity. Slowly, painfully, humanity realized that their greatest strength, their shared language, had vanished. Unable to communicate, groups fragmented, drifting apart, abandoning their grand project. The tower stood incomplete. A monument not to unity, but to the consequence of unchecked pride. Families and tribes scattered across the earth, carrying fragments of their shared language, memories, and dreams. Nimrod stood alone atop his tower, watching the exodus below. His heart filled not with triumph, but emptiness. He had sought permanence and glory, but found isolation and confusion instead. Eber, standing far below, watched Nimrod with pity. Turning away, he gathered his family and they began their journey into the unknown, determined to rebuild their lives with humility, remembering the lessons of their ancestors. Far from the plains of Shinar, humanity began anew, speaking many tongues and carrying with them the fragments of their shared past. The unfinished tower became known as Babel, meaning confusion, a lasting testament to the consequences of pride and the fragile nature of unity. Generations later, the story was told and retold, each version whispering caution. Babel was not remembered as a victory, but as a profound lesson, a reminder that pride unchecked could unravel the fabric of human connection. The Tower of Babel reminds us of the danger inherent in pride and ambition without humility. Humanity's greatest achievements mean little if they distance us from understanding, compassion, and reverence. True unity and greatness are not found in monuments to our strength, but in shared purpose rooted in humility and respect for forces greater than ourselves. When we strive for power and recognition above harmony and humility, we risk losing the very foundations that hold us together. Every voice matters, but true strength is in listening, understanding, and embracing differences, not in dominating or erasing them. Let Babel's lesson guide us. Unity built upon humility and genuine understanding lasts forever. Unity driven by pride is destined to crumble. Thank you for joining us on this journey through God's timeless stories. Each story we share is a reminder that though the world may change, His word endures forever. If today's story spoke to you, leave a like, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful journeys through Scripture. New episodes release every Friday. Until next time, keep walking by faith. And remember, every story is part of a greater story, the story God is still writing in you.